executive order. A transcript will be made at a later date. The meeting's agenda has been duly noticed on the town's webpage, which notice was accompanied by information as to how to access and view this meeting. And so with that, before I get into the meeting minutes, I wanted to correct an omission I had back in the last meeting in December. And before our last meeting, I thanked multiple folks, including our council and the board members and our departing board member, Dave Tobias, for their service throughout the year, and also to ZBA clerk extraordinaire, Chris Hedges. But the one person I did not acknowledge, who is exceedingly important to these proceedings, without him we would not be having proceedings, is Fred Shequin. And I talked to Fred privately, but I wanted to publicly acknowledge Fred Shequin for his efforts behind the scenes to make this video streaming possible and make these meetings possible. He's done a fantastic job. I know with other folks, but in particular with the ZBA. And I just wanted to publicly thank Fred for his great work last year, and I know the great work he's going to do this year. So thank you very much, Fred.
Thank you, Scott.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank everybody. Thank you, everyone.
Anyway, at this point in time, I guess I have to take attendance. So I will take attendance of the board. Tim Allenbrook, are you present?
I am present.
All right.
I am in the moment.
Tim Econopoli, are you present?
I am.
All right. And Catherine Clark, are you present?
I certainly am.
And I appear to be present. All right. The next matter is the taking up of the approval of the prior minutes for December 16th. I had no quarrel with the meeting minutes as presented originally, but I did want to add, and I hope something has been added about former board member Dave Tobias and his 5 years of really great service to the board. He rarely missed a meeting. He was out there on site inspections, and he just did a great job, and we miss him. So Chris, I know you were going to add some language. Was that added to the? Okay.
I sent everybody the revised section blurb with that.
Right.
Addition.
So that blurb was added. Okay. So any questions, concerns, or corrections for the meeting minutes of December 16th? Okay, hearing none, I make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes with the addition of the blurb on Dave. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, and I will go through the roll call just to make sure that it's clear. Tim Allenbrook?
I am here.
All right, and you're in favor?
Yeah.
Okay, Catherine Clark?
Yes.
Tim Econopoli?
Yes.
All right, and yes for me as well. Okay, the meeting minutes are carried. All right, we have a very light agenda this evening, and we basically have one matter of new business, and I know we have some folks here to present on that application. And I don't know if you folks have done it before. I assume you probably have. You've had some experience. The way we operate here on the application is we look at the application which you've given to us, and we decide whether we feel we have enough information to go forward, whether the application is complete. And what we would ask of you is to take us through the application. We have a pretty good idea of what you want to do. We know that the 3 variances that are being requested, but if you could just, for the record, take us through the application, and I leave it to you as to who is going to speak first. Okay, so Michelle, you're going to speak first?
Yes, I am.
Okay, take it away.
Okay. There are 3 variances on this 27-acre lot. And with this one, you can see about where the arrow's pointing is about where the activity is going to occur. It's a single-family residence with a garage in front and a pool house in the back. So when I say in front, that's the roadside, which is the north part of the lot. And then the pool house will be behind. So variance number 1 is the fact that the garage is going to be in the front of the house. And if you want to go to C, the site plan. Let's see, yeah, this one. Okay, this kind of shows the layout. So as you can see, there's the house, and the proposed garage is detached with it has a breezeway in front of the house. And so that's variance 1 because it's in front of the house. In order to be able to put it on line with the house, we'd have to move it to the right side of the house, which would put it on top of that steep slope. It would block access for vehicles, especially emergency vehicles, back to the pool house. And it would also put the garage doors then facing the road. That's variance 1. Variance 2 is the pool house, which is in the back, and it's stated to be 1,100 square feet. The zone allows for 900 habitable. And the pool house is for guests, but it's also that the owners plan to live in it, the pool house, to get that built first and then live there while the main house is being built. So it's 900 feet for the people to live in, and there's another 200 feet for the pool supplies and the equipment for the pool. And the third variance is the aggregate of the accessory uses. The garage plus the pool house is over the 1,500 square feet. It's 2082, so that's 582 square feet. So I'll go through the first one, the garage. The garage is over 1,000 feet from the road, so it feels pretty minimal. And then if you go back to slide B, or exhibit B, the garage pretty much is going to blend in with the house. You can see how far it is from the road. Okay, go back. Was that the right one?
Yeah, I was going to ask, all right.
Yeah, that's the house, that's the garage if you're looking at it from the side. If you're looking at it, not from the front, but you're looking at it from the side view.
Right.
And then if you go to the DES one, which was the first page on that exhibit. Okay, that's what it'll look like from the road. So when you're looking at it from the road, the garage is there on the right. It's the first building with the 2 windows on the right. But you won't be able to tell you're looking at a garage because it blends right in with the house.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's 1,000 feet from the road. And in your package, you'll see that there's a photo, and that's actually going to be D, but there's a photo. That's at the road. So so that's looking in, the first trees are, maybe 100 feet from the road, but you're going to be looking all the way back 1,000 feet. So that's what the first variance is. Then the second variance is the pool house. As I say, it's going to be, and that one wasn't in the original set that I sent. That one was going to be in the second set that I sent, pages from B. But anyways, the pool house is behind the main house. So, and it's got a couple extra 100 feet so that we can put storage in there for the pool equipment and still have space for people to live and for guests. And then the third thing is having the garage, which is a 3-car garage, plus the pool house having an aggregate area over the 1,500 square feet. A standard 3-car garage, you can put 2 cars in it, or 3 if you have an extra car. You can use the third bay for yard maintenance equipment or recreational equipment. And given that this is on a 27-acre lot, we don't feel that this extra roof area or the extra square footage is really going to be noticeable or that significant, because it is 27 acres and only a very small portion of the lot is being used. So that's the presentation.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Sure.
I know you showed us what the garage is going to look like and the main house, but do you have renderings which show exactly what they're going to look like? And also, do you have renderings showing what the pool house is going to look like? And then I'll add another question. Do you have floor plans in particular about the pool house and what's going to be contained in there as far as bathrooms, kitchens, living area, all that kind of stuff.
The pool house was submitted and I don't know if the electronic version made it to the tech.
Yeah,
But in your packet, there is the floor plan.
Yeah.
Serge Young is also on this call, on this Zoom meeting, and he's the architect.
okay.
So we can discuss more the features or how these look. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
there's the pool, the floor plan. And then that's what the pool house will look like.
Oh, okay.
Let me get to it. Right there. It wasn't in the original stuff I sent the tech. So it's,
Yeah, I don't know that
it
I
was
did
in
not
my
see it in the
packet.
stuff I got.
okay,
Did the rest of the gang get it?
I got it.
I got it.
Okay.
I apologize. I didn't see it in my packet, so I might have it. I'll double check, but that's why I can't put it on the screen because I don't have it on my computer.
yeah, and I didn't send it with the first one because I sent that one in a little later. And it's a 1-bedroom accessory dwelling.
Yes, what in some of the original materials, there was discussion about a variance, you needed a variance between the garage and the house because of the garage sitting up in front.
Correct. The garage is closer to the road than the house.
Right. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'm just trying to understand, is that a variance that we're looking for?
That was variance 1. Was
Okay.
having the
I
garage
missed
in
you
front of the house.
when you went, if you explained that already. And one other dumb question, is the house there already or is it a new house? Is
It'll be,
everything new?
it's a brand new house. It's an empty lot right now.
Okay.
All right, I apologize. I thought I went through everything and saw everything, but perhaps I have not, so.
Yeah, that's okay. And as I say, it was in sort of in the second packet because I got the determination letter.
And just a second, channeling our old colleague Dave, or former colleague Dave, does the site plan show where the well and the septic is?
Yes, the septic is between the house and the pool house, and then the well is just there up to the upper right of the main house.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you.
And we do have health department approval for the well and the septic.
Right, I saw that.
And
So sorry.
both dwellings are going to use the same system.
Yes, well, yes and no. They're going to use the same well for the primary system. Because of the grading, I had to put the house on its own septic tank, and it goes to the bigger part of the field on the left, and the pool
Mhm.
house will have its own septic tank, and it goes to the little part at the bottom or the left-hand side of the field. And then when it goes, if we have to use the replacement area, both will go to the same field. They'll still each have their own septic tank.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes. And if Serge is there, if you have any questions about the architecture and the look.
So on one side of the, I guess that's, the one side is the swamp. Do you have neighbors on the other side of the house, the property?
To the west there are, but there's this, it's basically a ridge line to the left of the house. So
Yeah.
we're almost in a little ravine. So really you don't see over that ridge line. So yeah, you could, I mean, basically we're sunk in between this ridge line and this giant rock outcropping to the right. So we're kind of sunk in there. So it's, which I think even from the road standpoint too, I mean, the garage, there's a substantial climb up there to the where the garage is as well. So I'm not even sure that it'll even ever be perceived through the woods and through that climb. And actually we start to slope, you know, it's just kind of like a high point here.
Yeah.
And in between, right where the house is where it starts to kind of grade back down.
Yeah.
I know in your application you had mentioned when going through the area variance criteria that because it's set back 1,000 feet from the road, and the existing topography and vegetation. Are you planning on cutting a lot of vegetation between the road and the proposed site development?
No, I mean, the only area where it'd be sort of really cut is between the house and the pool house.
Oh, thank
I
you.
mean, just enough for the road, but to be honest, that road pathway, it's almost like it looks like it might have been an old logging road. Most of it was sort of there. There's a little bit of cleaning that needs to be done, but not that much. So really, the idea was to really just develop the part of the property that you sort of see on the site plan between the house and the pool house, and leave everything else on the site as is, or minimal, with a minimal impact. And that's why it is sort of consolidated and compact.
I know I asked this question. I'm sure you gave me the answer already. Are there renderings of the pool house? Because as much as I try, I can't find them, and I'm sure they probably were supplied. I just don't have them. I show a rendering of the house and the pool, or excuse me, the garage and the two vantage points, which are very nicely done and gives us a good perspective. But did you give drawings or renderings of what the pool house is going to look like? And
There was one elevation and a floor plan that was submitted, yes.
Scott, you got that electronically. That file specifically was dropped off after the second determination letter was provided. So you didn't get that with your original packet, but you did get it
Okay.
electronically in an email.
all right. Okay, I'll go back to my emails then. Okay, I believe you. I was just,
No, it's okay. I just resent it as well to you and Kim.
Thank
okay.
you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Can you resend it to me too, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't see it.
All right. Any questions by the board members? Any other questions? Again, I'll ask the question again. I'm sure I've asked and gotten an answer, but trying to go through these papers. As far as the pool house, that's obviously going to be a livable space since the owners are going to live there while the primary residence is constructed. What's contained in the pool house? A bathroom, a kitchen, a this or that?
Yeah, sort of a bathroom, a bathroom that would be also accessed from the outdoors.
Okay.
For pool use. Basically, almost a great room and a bedroom. There would be a kind of a large space with a kitchen off of it, and a bedroom and the bathroom. It's almost like 3 spaces, and then the storage room, of course, the
Right.
back of it that we just need for, pool furniture and things like that.
You had mentioned that it might be used in the future for guests. Are these guests of the anticipated guests of the
Parents.
owners, or like transient guests, like an Airbnb?
No, I think it'd be more for family, parents visiting and things like that.
Okay, great.
I don't think there's any intention to, this is their sort of family compound is the way they're looking at it.
All right. Any other questions or concerns by the board members?
No, not for
Okay.
me.
The application, even though I don't have the entire thing at this point in time, it's pretty complete and very well done. So I just wanted to say that to the applicants and their representatives. I'm sure that what I've been sent by Chris will answer what questions I had. So I'm satisfied that I have enough information to consider the 3 variances, but I want to hear from my board members. Board members, do you have any questions, concerns, any requests for additional information in order to consider the application?
Those renderings too, I'd like to see those renderings of the floor plan and the pool floor plan. I don't have that on my. Did you resend those, Chris?
You're muted, Chris.
Yes, I just sent it when you asked me to.
Okay, hasn't come through. Anyway,
Mine
that's my only concern.
Right.
Yeah, mine hasn't come through yet, but I would say that, we put the applicant on notice. So I think that once Scott, Tim and I have a chance to get what Chris sent us, if we need to ask for something, I think we can just have Chris email the applicant if we need any more specificities.
That's fine with me.
Yep. Okay. Well, subject to potentially, and I haven't seen the stuff that's been recently sent to me, but subject to potentially a little bit more information, I would make a motion that we accept the application and, put it on for the next meeting date for a public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second,
Okay. And Tim Allenbrook, yay or nay?
Yay.
Catherine Clark, yay or
Yay.
nay?
yay.
Tim Econopoli, yay or
Yay.
nay?
Yay.
And yay for me too. Okay, so what that means is that the application in our estimation is sufficient enough for us to consider the three variances. And unlikely, but we may, depending on what Tim, myself, and Kim look at that's been sent to us, we may have some minor requests for some other information. And if we do, we'll let you know well in advance, and if you could supply it to us before the public hearing. The public hearing, the next date that we're going to have a meeting is in February. We meet monthly. And the next date is February 17th. Is that a date that you folks can be here to present to the public, assuming public appears on this application?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody? All right. So what we're going to do, again, you'll be on for the next meeting. The public hearing, I assume you folks have been through the process before, but basically the neighbors will be notified about the application. And at the public hearing, you will present again generally what the plan is. And you'll be able to be asked questions by the public, your neighbors, about the application. And that's the way the process goes. Okay, any questions, concerns for the applicants or the representatives? No? Okay. If you have any questions, you can obviously ask Chris and she can answer them. But we will see you on February 17th then.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, with regard to this application, we have a little cheat sheet here, and it looks like under the seeker determination, the planning board is actually going to be the lead agency on this. Is that right, Kim?
Yes, the applicants are in front of the planning board for site plan and special use permit. So if they're doing a concurrent application, my recommendation is that the planning board takes lead agency and we wait for their seeker classification and determination. I believe Chris mentioned that they should be on the February 1st planning board meeting. So hopefully we'll have more information at the next meeting.
Okay. And I have no quarrel with that. We don't need a motion. We can just say that we're going to allow the planning board to be the lead agency on the secret determination.
Yes, that should be fine.
Okay, good. Let them do the work. And as far as referrals go, obviously to the planning board, but I also see that the CAB should be put on notice.
Yeah, I think just similar to an application we had last year. It's just a large piece of property that's undeveloped at the moment. So I think the CAB should just take a look at it, just regarding, open space development.
All right. Any other referrals? Those were the two that I saw on the on your
Yeah,
cheat sheet.
nothing else should be required.
Okay. Have I missed any motions or anything else that has to be done for the application?
Resolution assigned?
Excuse me?
You want to sign the resolution?
Sign the resolution. Yes, the
I'll
most
take it.
important part of this.
I'll take it.
You'll take it? All right,
Yeah.
thanks, Tim.
Well,
I
I
was
haven't
almost
done one in a
gonna
while.
do it. I was almost gonna do it.
Oh, you can fight over it, as long as it's not me.
I'll meet you out there.
That's all I,
Oh, sure.
I'll meet you out there.
Hey, you guys can flip a coin. And by the way, I'm glad the applicant and the applicant's representatives are still here. One thing I did forget to mention is it may happen between now and the public hearing, or it could happen after the public hearing. We make it a point to go out and do a site inspection, just because we have to get the lay of the land. And I know part of the reasoning, for placing things in certain areas is topography and that kind of stuff. So we always do our site inspection. Who would be the person that we would coordinate that with?
You would contact me, Michelle Zerfus. I'm the
Okay.
engineer. And then I'll contact the owners and Serge and
Okay.
to get for whatever you need.
All right. Yeah. All we got to do is just really walk around. And let me ask you this: is the general area where the house is going to be, where the garage is going to be, and where the pool house is going to be, are they staked out? Has the area been cleared? Are we going to be able to see generally where these structures are going to be placed?
It's been cleared.
Okay. Is there a way to just give a general idea of where these structures are going to be on the property, so we have a better idea? Typically, we ask for staking out or something just so we can see.
Yeah. Serge, is there anything out there yet?
We lost our stakes. I think. So, I guess we could discuss.
Yeah, we'll give you plenty of time. Just
We had corners of the building staked out, and then
that's all we need.
I think we lost it. But at least then you could index it to a plan. But I think we could reestablish those easy enough.
Yeah, that'd be great if we could just see where the house is going to be, where the garage is going to be generally, and where the pool house is going to be. That helps us quite a bit.
There was just a note put on the chat that you have plenty of stakes.
Yeah, that's the owner.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's muted, so I don't know if he.
Mr. McCabe, do you want to speak? You're more than.
Oh, maybe it got restaked.
Property is staked, it says.
Yeah, the property is staked.
Okay, so it got restaked after we lost our stakes. Okay.
Great. Okay. Thank you. That makes it easy. All right. We'll see you back here on the 17th. In the meantime, we may or may not, Michelle, get a hold of you. Typically, a couple of us go out at a time to take a look at it. So it'll either be again before the next meeting or just after the next meeting. And at your convenience.
Yeah, yes, we can make ourselves available.
Okay. Well, we want to make it convenient for you too.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that's it for the new application, and we don't have any public hearings. We have no old business. Is there anything else that we need to discuss before I make a motion?
I just wanted to give the board a little information. Right now, as you know, we have a vacancy on the ZBA with Dave leaving at the end of last year when his term was up. So now that we have an even number of board members, I just wanted to just address what happens in case of a tie vote. Just because it's probably not something that has really come up. So it's just more for information. But basically, if there's a tie vote for granting a variance or for reviewing an administrative official's decision, if there's a tie, you need a majority to take action in terms of granting a variance or overturning the zoning administration's decision. So in the event that there would be a tie before we fill out the vacancy, the variance would automatically be denied, and the administrative decisions would automatically be upheld in that situation. So again, just as a point of reference, I'm
Okay.
sure we'll probably get a seat filled soon. I mean, I don't know what the current situation is, but anyway, just as FYI.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Any other business for this evening? No? Okay, then I will make a motion that we adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, gang, we'll see you on February 17th.